101 on Sports Radio 1450. The number is 529-1450.
Good Saturday morning, and welcome back to Fantasy Football 101 on Sports Radio 1450 and on the web at sportsradio1450.com. Make sure you check out the webpage, Fantasy Football 101, every Saturday and Sunday. Get you updated on all the injuries for the week in the NFL season, and Mark does an excellent job of updating that, and he will update it again before kickoff tomorrow. That is for sure. Not as many injuries this week, but we have touched on the main ones, the key ones, and who to sit and who not. But we'll take your phone calls all the way up to 9 o'clock this morning. 529-1450 is the phone number. Go ahead, caller. You're on Fantasy Football 101.
E-Dog, Grammer, and the A-Train. what do you think? Grammer's got an easy, nickname to go with, but I've coined the phrase E-Dog, but how about the A-Train in there, huh?
That works.
Why not?
Hey, guys, I just picked up on what you guys have been doing. I've been asking you to do this for 2 years. You spank-proofed your calls. You're running on a tape delay.
I did.
Yeah, that's the best thing. No more spanky calls in, no more of that. So that's great. I mean,
I wonder if anyone would notice.
Adam come in with a big smile on his face, and he let us know why. And we were thrilled, except Pedigo. Pedigo likes verbally spanking these guys. Yeah.
I enjoy these guys calling in. It's fun for me, but Adam's the boss.
Yeah, E-Dog is definitely slammed them a few times. But like I said, it just makes the show so much better. So nice job on that. You guys were talking about trades and stuff, and here's kind of both sides of the fence on this, what I could do. My top three receivers I feel are really good. They're Braylon Edwards, Steve Smith from the Panthers, and Vincent Jackson. Okay, so I have those three that I start pretty much every week. My two reserves I have are Josh Morgan and Torrey Holt. Now, you guys were kind of talking about, trading stuff. You have T.O. in there. I was kind of debating whether I should, with those top three I have, I can offer Josh Morgan and Holt, who will probably never, ever see my lineup, okay, and I could get T.O. and some garbage player I'd probably just drop. Now, there's both sides of the fence on that. Should I keep the depth, in case one of them does go down, but then also, to the T.O. side of it, where he has a potential, he hasn't done it yet, has a potential to go off, and I could maybe trade him down the line. Just what side of the fence are you guys on with that?
Well, I'd pull the trigger on that and get T.O. on my team. I mean, if you're not going to start Josh Morgan and Torrey Holt ever, which with your top three receivers, there's really no reason that you should. I'd go ahead and get T.O. as my number 4 receiver. If he gets traded, that's good news. I mean, if not, he's still a guy you can plug in on if you're so desperate and kind of sweat through it and hope that maybe he catches a touchdown. But hey, I like him better than Josh Morgan and Torrey Holt probably, so I'd pull the trigger. I don't know. That's me.
I'm not a huge T.O. fan, but you've got to pull the trigger on that for the same reasons Eric gave. I mean, if you really have no desire to ever really play Morgan or Holt, yeah, take T.O. on the chance that he starts doing something in Buffalo, or better yet, he gets traded.
Yep.
A-Train, any comment?
Yeah, are you set at running back?
Yeah, my running backs are, let's see here, I got...
Did you say you had AP earlier?
Yeah, I have Peterson, and I'm loaded running back. So I see what you're saying too. Maybe do a combo trade to a wide receiver running back thing. Yeah, it would just be one of those things where T.O. would be my 4th guy. Kind of sit him a bench, maybe plug him in on the right matchup if he goes off.
Well, what I was actually thinking is that Steve Smith actually right now is kind of an attractive guy to trade just because he hasn't had a huge season. Panthers don't look like they're as good as they were last year, and he's still a name just as much as T.O. is, but. Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to jack around with your lineup too much, I would definitely go get T.O. if you want to get rid of those two guys that you're never going to play.
Absolutely.
Okay, good college football games on today, too, guys. Oklahoma, Texas, and Notre Dame, USC.
Yeah,
so you guys enjoy the day.
Yep, thanks for the phone call. 529-1450 is the number. We'll have that Notre Dame, USC game right here on Sports Radio 1450. That should be an excellent football game. Or I hope it is an excellent football game. 529-1450 is the phone number. Good morning. You're on Fantasy Football 101. Go ahead. Oh.
You were.
Maybe they called back. We're taking too long for them. 529-1450 is the number. Let's try her again. Go ahead. You're on Fantasy Football 101.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning.
I had a couple trades offered to me last week, and I want to know if you think I picked the right one. I've been in desperate need of a quarterback ever since I traded Jay Cutler and put my faith in Trent Edwards.
Oh, no.
Not good. But actually, I'm 4-1, and I lost last week to somebody who scored 156 points.
Wow.
So I'm not doing too bad, but I I think I took the cheaper of the deal, and I wanted to keep my two big receivers intact. And I got offered Carson Palmer for Ocho Cinco, which I took. And then I also got offered Vincent Jackson. I have Vincent Jackson and Miles Austin for Phillip Rivers. And I went ahead and took the Carson Palmer one just because I wanted to keep – I have two big receivers in Vincent Jackson and Roddy White, and I still have Braylon Edwards too. So I think I took the cheaper one, and I think I'm going to like it, but I just want to know if you guys think I chose the right trade or not, and I'll hang up and listen.
Well, if Vincent Jackson was your number one receiver, it doesn't sound like you were going to get anything in return other than a quarterback with Phillip Rivers. So this way, Palmer is not as good of a quarterback as Phil Rivers. I don't think anybody will argue that. However, he's definitely a better starter than Trent Edwards. I mean, way better. In this way, you get to keep, your number one receiver, which you need. And I think he did the right thing. I mean, I really, really like Phillip Rivers, but boy, I got no beef with Carson Palmer either. And if you get to keep your number one receiver in that situation, that's what I would have done. Yeah, I think you did the right thing.
I agree. I mean, got rid of Ocho Cinco.
Yeah.
He fixed his quarterback problem, and he still has Vincent Jackson and Braylon Edwards.
Yeah.
So he's all right.
Yeah, you're in good shape.
Yeah. Not a bad move. 529-1450 is the phone number, 529-1450. We can certainly fit in a couple more phone calls before we have to go, but while we're waiting, let's run through our studs, duds, and sleepers for the week. And Eric, did you get yours finalized over there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I just had to narrow it down. My stud for the week, Tom Brady, at home against Tennessee. A lot of guys have been waiting for Tom Brady to be the Tom Brady. This could be the week. Tennessee is the worst team in the league against the pass. Right. I love Tom Brady. My dud, Steve Slayton at Cincinnati. Houston hasn't been able to run the ball very well all season. Cincinnati's decent against the run. Houston's going to throw the ball all day. And my sleeper, Matt Hasselbeck versus Arizona. Wait, is Arizona the worst team in the league against the pass? I have that written down. I should know.
They got to be right there, Tennessee.
Yeah, they're right there. In Tennessee, I think
303 yards a game.
And Tennessee is second to last. Okay, so I was close. Hasselbeck against Arizona. You probably drafted him as a backup. This is a good week for Matt Hasselbeck.
And he is expected to play. He has been banged up a little bit, but Hasselbeck is expected to play, probable with the rib injury. Let's take another phone call before we get to Mark.